Like, whoa.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Missouri, just to name a few. Underdog is dropping awesome promos all week long, so check the calendar on the screen to see what's coming next. They also have a Saquon Barkley gimme pick available to new and existing customers till kickoff, and Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with code ITISWHATITIS. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mace and Cam.
Murder,
Hello, what's good, man?
Shit, how you today?
Really good, man.
Looking colorful.
Yeah, man, you too.
Yeah, man. As bright as you. that look like when I go to Honolulu. You coming too, boo. Nice shirt.
That's a good one.
That's a nice shirt. Look nice, man.
For sure. Okay, today we are joined with our analyst, Michael Irvin. Mike, how you feeling? How you doing?
Well, you know, I'm feeling okay. We got a big game here. I can't believe it is absolutely football time right now. So yeah, that trips me out. So I'm ready. I feel good.
I'm going to be honest with you. You don't look like you feel good. You look like you're nervous. Your fingers are fidgety. You can't keep still in the chair. You don't look comfortable about tonight. You don't look comfortable whatsoever, Mike.
Let me tell you why, though. Let me tell you why, honestly, and straight up, honestly. Let me show them on my right camera. But let me tell you why, because I don't believe. Let me tell you why. Because when you get a champion like what we see with the Philadelphia Eagles, and you go through the whole offseason, and you get, it's been crickets. That's scary. That's scary. After you win, everybody pat you on the back. You expect to hear a lot of things where this is everybody. You expect to hear people are taking and thinking they were a bigger part than they actually were.
Right.
But you just haven't heard any of that. So they kept it quiet. So I know they're focused and working. So let's see what happens with this.
And listen, Mike, listen. We gonna butt heads this whole season, man. Every year, y'all steal the preseason. It don't matter who the champion is. It don't matter if it's the Eagles. It don't matter if it's Kansas City. It doesn't matter if it's the 49ers. It doesn't matter who it is. For the first leading up to the first day of the season, the previous 30 days leading up to the season, I don't know if it's by design. I don't know if it was the marketing plan over there. Some type of way the Dallas Cowboys seem to always steal the first 30 days leading up to the opening night. I don't know how they do it. Every year it's a contract dispute. Somebody's mad. Somebody's leaving. What are the Cowboys going to do this year? It is a media machine over there. You talk about they've been quiet. Every champion been quiet. Don't get me wrong now. You're going to make noise when you're in Kansas City.
No, that's not true. I see that.
No.
All the way back to my hotel. Every champion been quiet since y'all did it 30 years ago. Don't even try that. I already see the road you driving that car down. Stop that right now. Let's stop that right now. You can hold that up right now. No, listen, for real. But the only reason people always talk about the Cowboys is because they bring everybody into the party and everybody looking and everybody interested. So that's why you're talking about the Cowboys, and the Eagles are who they are playing. But remember this. Everything you're hearing about the Cowboys, people were saying about Miami when it's Notre Dame. They both run the ball well. You know, everybody questioned their quarterbacks. Oh, what has Miami got on defense? They lost a lot on defense. Same exact thing. I think sometimes God talks to me. You know, he gives me these premonitions, and he let me go through things prior to I go through things. So I went through something Sunday. Maybe I go through it Thursday, the same thing.
Mike, you gotta chill, Mike. You gotta chill. You can't put God into it. I'm looking up right now. Who is the Dallas Cowboys publicist? Because they pull this off every year.
Yeah.
This is what Killer was saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're looking at Ted Carper right here. This got to be one of the guys that's really important. Or David Aberuzzi. How you say his name, Mike? The media liaison.
I don't know how to say his name. My guy used to be Rich Delrico.
Yeah, but this guy's doing this thing every year. Killer said it's a contract dispute.
Yeah,
that's Jerry. That's all Jerry. That's all Jerry.
Yeah, they're a media machine, and it equals nothing. It equals nothing.
They always right there.
They're not, Mason. Not always right there. They're never right there.
I mean, in their minds, they always
in
their minds. We're one game away.
Let me tell you something. I sent this to Mike. I text this to Mike. It is a nigga. I don't know what this is. Dallas Cowboy Fan Day or Media Day, whatever, but they're asking fans. Somebody with a microphone went up to one of the Cowboy fans and made a name up. He said, yo, y'all got Trey Richards this year. They said, yo, you got Trey Richards this year. What y'all think? The fans said, oh, we got him? We gonna kill now that we got him. He said, now that we got Trey, he said, because he's been in the league about 3-4 years. They delusional.
Yeah.
They delusional. I said that shit to Mike. I said, look at this shit.
Yeah, shout out to Ted Carper. Every day is media day at the Cowboys Stadium.
Fam, this nigga, yo, murder this nigga. I don't think you understand. And the nigga made up, and that's like coming up to you, and I'll be like, what do you think about Ted Ruski? Y'all got him. He said, oh, we got Ted, man. He been doing his thing the last 3 years. This is a made-up person. These Cowboys, they delusional, man.
Every year, whoever they pick, stock goes up 20%. That's
Fam,
crazy.
this nigga was an imaginary person.
To make that. And here's the problem. When Cam sent it to me, it was really two brothers, Cowboy fans that are brothers. I sent back and said, why brothers gotta be lying like this? He said, these ain't brothers, these Cowboy fans. Why they gotta be like
No, you know what he said? He changed it. It might be brothers, you might be right. But he said, why are we like this? I took it as black people. That's how I took it. He said, why are we like this? I said, don't put we in it. This is not even a color thing.
Own, Mike.
This is not a color thing. This is Cowboy delusion mania. That's all it was, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and then when I finished it with, I told you, I said, I understand it. You might be right. But all jokes aside, but for real, I think the boys going to really win a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
You said, oh, nigga ain't listening.
Yeah, I put up Mike Tomlin when he walked away from the mic. Yeah, I sent him back that meme. I said, I ain't messing with Mike.
No. Yeah, as a Cowboys fan, Mike, you guys are in your whole own category. But today is the day. Eagles versus Cowboys. Mike, what's your prediction? How do you think this is going to go down? Who do you think is winning?
I'm right.
You good?
He can't even talk.
He can't even get his lie together. Look at him.
Let me tell you though, honestly, no joke, honestly, this game comes down to which offense puts up the most points. And always, Dallas, when Dak Prescott is playing quarterback against the Philadelphia Eagles, Dak has an outstanding record. I think like 4-1 the times he's played the Eagles. So I'm looking at really this game being between Dak and Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts to have a run game. Dak's looking for a run game. If I see George Pickens, and I'm being real direct, and Ferguson having a great game, Dallas Cowboys winning this game. That's what's got to happen. They got to have a great game to try to take out CeeDee Lamb. And I believe that the Cowboys can sweep this thing by. George Pickens comes on the scene and sees what it's like now to have that star on his helmet. And all he needs to do is make 2 or 3 of those plays up the field that most people call 50-50 balls. But now, with him on the team, they're really 88-12. You know what I'm saying? The percentage is 88-12, George Pickens. I'm saying the Cowboys will sweep this out.
Wow. Okay. And just
Oh
to
my
give you
goodness,
just to give you
Mike.
your stat real quick before Mace goes, Mike. So Dak does have a 9-4
Minus
record
8.
against the Eagles, just so everybody's watching.
Say that again.
Yeah, so Dak has a 9-4 record versus the Eagles. 6-1 record at home for the Cowboys.
Okay. So that's what you said. That's why. Hey, that's why they call you stat.
Finessing at his best, Mike.
Oh,
You've been hanging out in Harlem a lot, Mike. Well, I'm gonna get straight to it for the football people that don't really watch football. The game will be about 30 something, about 20 or 15, somewhere like that. I see Philadelphia Eagles really winning this game pretty easy. I mean, before all this record, they didn't have Saquon. Saquon is the difference in this team, and I just don't see them being able to beat them at all. I don't even see the game close. Philadelphia.
Hate to agree with Mike, but I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going.
Y'all passing that blunt around. Y'all got to.
Yeah, Murder, you can say what you want to say. I'm this is what I think, and it's a lot of new pieces, or not pieces that Philadelphia lost. I think it's this, and I don't know about this. Mike can attest to this, and I don't know what Mike's record is after this. Mike has 3 games, what I'm about to talk about. The ring ceremony's tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Is the ring ceremony tonight?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you get this ring ceremony. You on your high horse. You feeling good.
Yeah, niggas is hating.
Yeah. You feeling good. Fuck Steve. We the champs, nigga. You gotta realize you lost a lot of key pieces on defense. Of course, they're great offensively, but I think that this is a point where Dak says to the team, because last year they talked about this, and I hated it when they said it. You watch, I don't know if it was Micah Parsons, I know maybe it was Dak Prescott, and after Philadelphia won, you have all these Cowboys saying, well, we just a game away because we right there with them. And niggas be like, yo, would y'all just stop? But
I remember that.
I think tonight that, of course, surrounding losing Micah, Dak hasn't played last year. We gonna see what of course CeeDee Lamb is gonna show up, but Amos your man Pickens is on the other side. I think they're gonna all have great games. Mike made up a great point. These are both great offensive teams, but I think of all the things that are going before the game and the ceremony. Of course, you want to come out and win and make a statement. I think Dallas feels like, now we're tired of being shit on, this group of players.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that's going to equal into them winning the division, Super Bowl, anything else. We're talking about week 1, Thursday night football, marquee matchup for the division game. I think Dallas wants to make a statement. How that travels throughout the rest of the season, we have yet to see. But I totally agree with Mike. I was going to bring that up, that Dak does have a great record against the Eagles. I'm going with the Cowboys tonight. Tonight. I didn't say to win the division. I didn't say to go to the NFC Championship. So tonight, the Dallas Cowboys will win this game. Now, let me ask you.
I know that was hard. I know that was hard.
Pause. Hey, yo, pause, man.
Well, I know that was difficult. Own that. Nick, I saw that old junk y'all put out with the pause to me all over out there.
They said Mike came back ferocious with the pause. But let me ask you something. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. Let me ask you a question. I want to ask you, because I know you've won 3 championships. That ring ceremony, what's your record when you play on ring ceremony night?
The only time I ever lost my opener was when we did not have Emmett.
Okay.
That set going back to back Super Bowls, because Emmett,
Right.
I don't want to say you can't just set out he didn't have a contract.
Right.
but that's the only opener.
Okay.
That I remember losing. Be honest with you, but let me tell you the big parts of this that I'm taking. There's a battle going on that reminds me of an old battle. Tyler Booker going up against Jalen Carter. That battle, it's his first time going in. That's going to determine a lot of what happens in this big game. It reminds me a lot when Big E used to have to take out Reggie White.
Right.
That one dude that has terrorized the team, and then you getting the young rookie to come in and take care of that business. And also, there's one more thing I gotta say, because I can button this thing up. Like everybody's saying, and I've heard everybody say, well, we may not know for years who really won and how the situation of the Michael Parsons trade pan out. That's partly true, but not totally true. The reality is, if Ken Clark comes in here and they shut down this run game tonight, and all of a sudden Dallas can stop the run with these big guys they have. Saquon Barkley rushed for over 2,500 yards playoffs and regular season last year. More yards than anybody in the history of the game. If they shut it down tonight, people would declare Dallas won that trade into the game. I'm just telling you, I know that everybody said, we got to wait till Dallas get them draft pick. Not if they shut down the Philadelphia Eagles tonight. You will say Dallas won.
And see, that's part of the delusion. Yeah. Because you have a good game and Saquon Barkley doesn't have a good game, then you won the trade like it's not 17 other games, 16 other games left in the season. This is the part of the delusion, and Dallas are going to go off and sit there and say, we beat the champs. Saquon Barkley didn't even get 100 yards rushing, and yada, yada, yada. Yeah. And then next week you'll play somebody named Joe Schmo and they'll have 394 yards rushing on y'all because y'all are focused on one thing. We cannot base that off one game, Mike. I said they're gonna win tonight, and now they won the trade because if that scenario happens, they won the trade.
They shut down. All of us are doing is reaching up and trying to grab the top. You're talking about the top. There is no top. That's why I told you 2,500 over 2,500 yards. If you can reach up and grab the top, don't tell me about all these knuckles down here. Why grab the top? That's what I'm trying to tell you. The Philadelphia Eagles are the top. So you get an opportunity to step on all these jokers' toes.
Mike, so y'all would be the champs then, basically, if you could reach the top.
If you would get out there, dude, you get out there and be tough. Because why? Everybody's going to try to imitate what you're doing because you beat the best. Let me tell you something. I sent Cam something. I sent him that those two guys. It was pretty funny, actually. They were pretending to be you two, right?
Yeah. It's what it ain't. Yeah. It's what it ain't. Yeah, they funny.
But imitation is the greatest form of flattery. But they can never, ever be you because they don't have that deep down thing that y'all had that's gone through forever. They just want the glory. They haven't walked the real story. You know what I'm saying? So they want to be the best, but they're not the best. But in this game of football, you beat the best, people look at you and say, oh, you're the best. This is prison-like rule. You just said the Dallas Cowboys win. I told you, if the Dallas Cowboys win and they stop the run game, they won the game, and you give them, boy, hey, they beat the baddest joker. They the baddest joker. And they won the trade. This could be a huge day for Dallas.
See, the problem is this, Mike. Is that this the problem, Murder, is if you wasn't talking to wordsmith like me and Murder, we get paid to rap for a living for decades. The glory with the story. Yeah. Listen, Mike, all that shit sound good if you, Mike, that shit would be dope if you wasn't fucking with niggas who put words together for a living. It was good. God. So, Murder, let me ask you this: if I get 40 points on LeBron tonight and he loses, but tomorrow night I score 6 points against Michael Porter Jr. and he get 40 on me. Am I still the glory and the story? This is what I'm trying to say.
Are you still on prison rules, Mike?
That's what I'm trying to say. This ain't the playoffs, Mike. This is the first game of the season, man. But you know, I'm glad you said that because this gives us insight of the psyche of a Dallas Cowboy fan.
That's a book right there.
The psyche of a Dallas Cowboy fan. It gives us more insight, and it might need to be a case study of the psyche of a Dallas Cowboy fan. But I'm agreeing with Mike.
Game, y'all can shut her down.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna go with.
Somehow the Cowboys win this game, y'all can shut her down. For 7 days, I don't want nobody saying nothing. I had Miami and Dallas step in and step up and get wins. I want every mouth say
See, Murder, that's why, and let me tell you something, that's why football is the biggest sport in America. You know why? Because you feel yourself paused for 7 days, like, and you build yourself up to next week to get let down, and then you mad for 7 days, and then you emotional, then you get another 7 days. See, basketball is every 2 days, every 3.
Yeah.
Football, you got a whole week to be mad,
bask in that glory.
to be mad or to be happy. And then it's a build up until the next week. So just how Mike said it, Mike's already ahead on timing. Miami and Dallas won this thing. Nobody could talk to me about nothing until next week they lose by 30.
For 7 days, I don't want to hear it. For 7 days.
Yeah. I dig it. But I'm going with the Cowboys tonight, man.
Okay, good takes. And it really does change your whole mood. So, Mike, I feel you. Because I was just going to ask, what happens if the Cowboys don't beat the best? But we won't go there because the game ain't happening yet.
Yeah, stay optimistic for Mike. He's in a delicate place.
They still win. But no. Let me tell you. Even if they keep it close and play great, we gonna say, man, they almost beat the champs, and that was Dak and first game together.
Look at them.
The
excuses already is crazy. So, even if we keep it close, we won.
Right, we got two chances here to get victories.
Yo, fam, even if we keep it close, we won is crazy, bro. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. But go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man. These niggas is crazy. Them
can't make this up, man.
Yeah, you can't, Murder. You can't make it up, man.
Yeah, he's standing on that. Okay, so let's get into our underdog picks. As we know, the game is tonight. Underdog has Jalen Hurts at half of rushing and receiving touchdown. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
Say that again.
Jalen Hurts, half rushing and receiving touchdown.
Half
combined.
rushing?
Yeah, so like one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going. That's a difficult one. Higher.
And say that one more
Yeah,
time?
Jalen Hurts at half a rushing and receiving touchdown, so just one.
Touchdown,
Touchdown, yeah.
Receiving a touchdown?
Yeah.
Oh no, lower.
So like one score for Jalen Hurts. It's like a.
If he scored, basically,
Yes.
is he going to score?
Yes.
Yeah, nigga, they lost the vote. I'm talking about the rest of the league. The tush push is still in. Pause. They won the tush push. They get on that. They get to that 2-1 yard line. The tush push. The owners lost the vote. I'm gonna go with yes. He's gonna score a touchdown.
Okay. CeeDee Lamb is at 71.5 receiving yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
High.
Yep, higher.
Okay, and Cowboys kicker Brandon Aubrey is at 1.5 field goals made. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
Higher.
You agree on everything today?
I'm thinking they're gonna be around 12 or 15 points, so he might not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go higher as well.
Okay. Make sure y'all download the Underdog app and you can make your picks too. So this has caused a lot of uproar. So ESPN acquired rights to Redzone, and as a result, Scott Hansen confirmed Redzone will have commercials in some capacity this season for the first time ever. A lot of people are mad about this. Mike, what do you think? How much of a problem do you think this is for fans? Basically, Redzone adding commercials.
First of all, man, my boy Scott's so good at Redzone. Can y'all imagine trying to do that all day, just talk like that, and there by yourself? So, no, I'm glad they're keeping that thing together. This is the reality, guys. Let's stop playing. Now that I'm messing around with you guys like this stuff, right? And messing around with my own little podcast, and I'm seeing these people send things because for these ads and all of that.
Mhm.
I used to get mad when I see ads too. But all of a sudden, I ain't as mad.
Nigga learned the game.
Wait a minute. I ain't got time to go through this here. But now you see the system like, okay, this is what they're you see, this is progress. It's what it is, but they're trying to figure it out.
Right.
It's still going to be a big time show because everybody plays fantasy football, and that's how you get your information on the spot.
Right.
Just go on, let them people make their money.
Yeah, I think it's great for him, and it's just gonna open up a real platform for other people to make a lot of money as well. So I'm for it.
Yeah, Scott need to take a break sometime. The
Mhm.
Joker be talking his ass off. Let him have a break in the commercial.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, as a fan, I'm disappointed because Redzone keeps, because you know why Redzone is so dope? Because when they in the timeout in one game, you could look at the other game.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? When the tackle's here, you could go to the bottom screen and look at this screen down here. It's consistent action. Now, as a businessman, I like Mike just said, and as Murder to alluded to, how you gonna be mad at a nigga as a businessman? As a fan, I'm
You
throwing
biting
it.
off that apple. The same apple you biting off.
Yeah, exactly. But as a fan, I'm mad because you pay for Redzone so that you don't have to deal with the commercials, and it's consistent action. It's constant action. It isn't like when you're watching the game on ESPN or Fox or CBS or whatever channel it may be. This is nonstop from 1 p.m. Eastern to 8 o'clock. Football is on, and you don't have to worry about commercial. So as a businessman, I respect it. As a fan, I'm gonna be a little upset because for all that, I could flick the channel to go somewhere else and see a commercial. But I totally understand it, and I'm not mad at it as a businessman, but it is a little disappointing as a fan.
Did you guys see the chat with Mark Jackson? Somebody put up a meme of him. What happened to the game I love?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that one.
I seen that. Yeah, because that's what they were saying. Because it's like, as a businessman, we don't want to hear that as fans. It's like, we don't want to see no commercials. We want to see the game.
Right.
So
Right.
literally what happened.
And listen, and Murder and Mike, I got a friend, and I appreciate his answer. And it doesn't have nothing to do. It's similar to Redzone, but to this topic, I should say. And we were having a convo, and I said, listen, logically, XYZ means ABC, da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
And he like, look, I don't want to make sense. I just want to. This is what some nigga told me that straight up and down.
Can't argue with him.
Yeah. Look, I'm not trying to make sense. You trying to make sense. If you ain't trying to make sense, you right. I'm gonna talk to you. You don't want to make sense.
Right, but you're right. But listen, first of all, the only way you see all of these great new angles of the game is somebody was thinking of a new revenue stream with the game.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So we can't be mad like, I see this, and why are they doing that? They're only doing it to make the money. That's why you get to see it. So we got to understand that business is business. That's just part of it.
No, you're absolutely right to give and to add on to what you're saying, right? And a lot of people don't know because YouTube came out. A lot of people wasn't up on YouTube when YouTube first started. Maybe 2006, 5. I don't remember the year it started, something around that. And YouTube didn't have commercials. So you're just watching this thing with no commercials on it for 2-3 years with no commercials, and then boom, commercials. Well, oh shit. What the fuck commercials? Because they're not trying to make money now. They wanted you addicted, pause. And therefore, once you're in it, you're like, fuck it. Same thing with Uber or Lyft. When you sit there and first got Uber, the prices wasn't as high as they are now. Because you sit there and say, oh, this ain't bad. I sit here, put on my phone, Uber come to my door, cool. Once you're going that way, you're not looking for a cab anymore. I don't care about the cab anymore. I want to Uber, even though the price is
Ain't
skyrocketing.
even looking for them, right?
I'm not looking
That's
for
that
it.
process. They're going to gather you.
Yes.
They're going to guard you. And then they're going to guide you to all of their stuff. That's how they do it.
100%. And the last one I'll name is Netflix. Netflix was $7.99 when it started, $8. Now shit up to $12. You want Netflix? $12.99 or whatever the price is now. I know it isn't the original price that it started at as a subscriber. But yeah, they reel you in like Mike just said. And once you win, you're so used to that's the way it is that you like, fuck it, I'll just deal with the changes.
It's business.
Yes.
Business is business, and sometimes it sucks. Okay, Arch Manning's debut, we will discuss after the break.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. Wanna be free. Why am I in this woman wanna be free? Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about you.
Welcome back. So Arch Manning had his debut in the Texas versus Ohio State game where Texas lost 14-7. So Arch is getting a lot of heat, especially on social media. Mike, do you think Arch is bad for real, or is it too early? How are we feeling about his debut?
Well, it's not too early because this has gone on for a while. It's not like, it was his first time being in college and that was his first college game. And he couldn't take the job from the people that were in front of him. So, what I'm looking at is it's still for it. Now, yeah, people are getting on him, but you know what I'm saying. They ain't killing him. They still holding out hope. And I still believe he has some hope. I believe because he's the most talented waist down Manning we've seen when it comes to running and all of that. But the problem is they like they had that meme that Peyton and Eli looking at each other saying, I think he's adopted.
Yeah.
So waist up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, is he adopted? He's surely not throwing like a Manning. But you got time. He's still young. Let's still give him a little time.
Right.
Yeah, I really think it's not too early as well because when you look back over his career thus far in college, he did redshirt. So when you take that redshirt year in any sport, we're expecting you to come back really stronger than other people because you have this whole year to develop in the system, watch the system, watch what the coach wants, and all of these things. And when you making the type of money he's making, it's never a time to have those kind of games. I don't care how anybody try to explain it. You're like one of the top, if not the top one person, right?
NIL, you mean NIL?
NIL.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is bad for branding, especially when you're carrying that name.
In the rankings, that's the one part. Okay, the money part you can understand because the name Manning is on his back.
Right.
But the ranking is like, you guys been watching this. Like, come on now, you got to be real here. And this is a young man, and I understand there's a lot of expectations on him, but yeah, let's be real. And it's so interesting because you just said Shedeur Sanders can't play. And now, that's just interesting.
That's what I was going to ask you before. Go ahead, make sure I was on.
Yeah, and I was also going to say with this is the wrong program to be doing this in. Now, you can't play like this in Texas. You got to go to a smaller conference and a smaller type of team to play this way.
Yeah, what I was going to ask you, Mike, if this was all this hype, and of course this is hypothetical, and Shedeur Sanders came out, even though we know he's a professional this time, let's say he was just leaving Jackson and getting to Colorado, and he came out on the national stage and had this game that Arch Manning is having. What do you think they would have said about him?
Yeah. Yeah, the same thing they said when he went to the NFL.
Right.
Like, we told you he's not that caliber.
Right.
And I still don't understand it.
Right.
I still don't understand. I don't understand what happened in Cleveland. And now you see this is back to back. And that's really what you said, whoa.
Right.
Like,
right.
That's
Well, listen, let me tell you something, and I'm going to agree with what Mike said on his take. Listen, not just the red shirt. What happened last year, the quarterback in Texas got hurt last year. Arch Manning, he filled in for a couple games and had spectacular games. Those 2 games that he did fill in, if it's 2 games, if I'm not mistaken, he played really well and made sure that Texas won. And to Mike's point, you still didn't beat him out for a spot because those 2, the quarterback for a spot. Because, one thing, and I've never played football on a college level or football level, but, when I see these things for the 40 years or however long I have been watching football, one thing about football and quarterback position is continuity and momentum. And if you're that good, we've seen people lose their job to injury when you're a quarterback. We've seen Alex Smith have a 19-1 record, a 20-1 record, and Colin Kaepernick step in there. We've seen Drew Bledsoe get hurt.
Right.
Tom Brady comes in, they got momentum, and he loses his job. It happened to Blue Dritso twice because Tony Romo came and did it to him in Dallas as well. And when I seen Archie Manning have those games last year, I said, he might be stepping in right now. Right. But when the other quarterback came back, they said, okay, Arch, thank you for doing what you needed to do, but we're going to go back to our original quarterback. That was a really, really big issue. And I know we're jumping from college to professional, but that was a real big issue. To me, my personal opinion, I have no insight and no knowledge of anything, just a person from the outside looking in at what's my nigga Steven, they call him porn star Jimmy Garoppolo, and Tom Brady, because Tom Brady gets hurt. Bill Belichick's like, well, this is the time to get ready to make a move. I know what I'm doing. And Tom Brady looks like he goes around Belichick to Robert Kraft and say, get your man. And get this nigga out of here too while you at it. This is cool. I don't even like him hanging around like that. And I know we're not going to compare a lot of people to Tom Brady. That's the top of the top. But one thing is for sure, 2 things for certain. That quarterback position is important. And I noticed that last year when you said that, Mike, that he couldn't beat out the person for that job. I said, we'll see what he does this year. And don't get me wrong, you're playing against the defending champs and you're on the road, but they got you ranked number 1. And not just Archie Manning, Texas as a team ranked number 1.
Correct.
Right, and they didn't show up. You stunk it up. I'm not going to make too much of it, but I don't want to say the wrong thing because I don't want to be too hard on it. But if this was a black nigga with these expectations, niggas be ready to throw the nigga under the bus.
And that's what you really don't want to say, but the reality is what you say.
Right. Right.
There's only so far who can get you before you're going to be on display and we're going to see what you know.
Right.
So your peeps can tell he's ready to just give him and help you bring him along. But sooner or later, you got to get out there and everybody gets to see it. And and like I said, because he's young, he's still in college. So we're still hoping the best and we'll see. But everybody said it wasn't just what they believe in him. They made the whole team number 1. Oh, now that he's taken over, they're going to go number 1. And you can't fool the NFL too long like that.
Okay, so another debut, but this time on the coaching side. So TCU blew out North Carolina 48-14 in Belichick's college debut. How do you guys feel about the way things went for him? And then do you think his move to college football might end up kind of being a regret? Mike, how you feeling?
No, listen, we got to give Bill a little time here too now. Bill played his first game as a Cleveland head coach When with '91, I played against Bill. Of course, I beat him then in the first game. And you know what I mean? And he came back from that beating. You see what I'm so I'm expecting him to come back from this beating. But you got to understand too now. In the pros, any team Bill takes 1-32, the talent on 32 can in the right game plan beat number one. And that's Bill's sauce. Now you get to college, and that gap is so much greater that your gift of coaching can't cover that gap. Bill in North Carolina, they got to get better players, and then Bill's coaching will come into effect. But I don't think it was a bad move. I think it's way too early to say the greatest coach in NFL history failed after game one.
This is challenging because I really like Bill Belichick when it comes to coaching, but is there a thing such as, Mike? It's the way you lose, because that's what I'm looking at here. When you got people that scooping the ball pause for 37 yards and getting a touchdown, then you got somebody running back a 75-yard touchdown off a pick six. This is just poor play. This is bad for his brand. This is bad for his name. I'm kind of leaning with Stat. I hate to say it, Stat. You ain't been in Jacksonville in a while, but I'm leaning towards what you're saying. You know,
right. And
this is horrible.
One last thing, Ken, you mentioned too. That Mason mentioned that for his brand, when you say bad for his brand, and I'm okay. Certainly not after the documentary. I can't mess with nobody about who they touching. You see what I mean? But you can't be coming down on the sideline when I'm getting my butt whooped like this. You can't. I don't. You know what I mean? That's the bad look.
Yeah. He's standing there. They doing the airplane with the ball coming down. It's like, come on,
and his
Bill.
girlfriend, come walk down on the sideline. You're Bill Belichick, the most control. You had the most control over everything. And why is she walking in here and you getting whooped like this? That wasn't good.
So just to clarify, you're saying it's a bad look for his girlfriend to be on the sideline. So you feel like she should have just been not even nowhere near the field.
Just a little bit of awareness. Okay. Maybe this ain't the time to go down and see Bill. You know, just a little bit. Right. Well, I don't need to add to this ass whooping. That's for me. Just stay up here and sit still, because everybody was talking about that too. You know what I mean? And it just diminishes his legacy.
That was my take from the beginning, and you and Murder touched on it before I got a chance to, is that Murder mentioned the brand, and on your second take, Mike, you mentioned the girl. What the fuck are you doing, Bill? Listen, before this game, it was a lot of questions. It got to the point where the athletic department, I can't think of the title of the person's athletic director, wanted to have a convo with him because they thought his girlfriend may be an issue because she was too on the scene for everything. You know, it was a video that surfaced over the summer of her trying to dictate a photo shoot or dictate what was going on in Bill Belichick's business. What?
In the interview.
No, that was you. I thought
we're not talking about that.
Right. I thought to my control room, it was you, Mike. I'm sorry. Right. Yeah, exactly. And you're saying, Mike, you have to realize this mystique about Bill Belichick. Over all these years, he seemed like one of these prude people to where one-word answers to the media. Well, how did y'all lose today? Because we didn't score enough points. How did y'all win? Because we did score enough points. You know, he's had one tone, and since then, you're seeing him with this girl, and like you said, Mike, she's dictating interviews, what's going on. I have some other information that I was privy to that I'm not going to say what business or what company it's from or anything like that, but they was like, yo, we was there, and she was jumping in everything that we were doing. We were trying to get this done, and she says, no, do it like this. and do it. No, you shouldn't do it like they do. Like, and they're like, we're not here for you, miss. We're here to work with Bill Belichick. What are you talking about? I don't know what the hell you're talking about right now. And it just doesn't look good, especially for a person, like you said, is considered the greatest NFL coach of all time. I don't know, college, you can sit there and argue about Nick Saban if you want to, but definitely the best NFL coach ever. And now you're looking like you're on a puppet string over this girl. Yeah. And like Mike said, before the season started, this was a problem. And now you're walking on the sideline after a loss of 40 points or whatever, however much they lost by. This is not a good look. And if you ask me personally, I really don't wish it. I really don't wish it. And I really believe that's why, because of who Bill Belichick is, Robert Kraft, and gave him, the way they say, we decide to go our separate ways instead of saying, I'm getting rid of this nigga. I'm sick of this shit. Made me lose Tom leave. He get the Super Bowl first year he leave. I'm tired of this nigga. So they say they split ways. And if this losing continues and this girl be on the scene, I think you'll see this at the end of this season, and it won't even get to the season if they don't get enough wins and if this girl don't go sit her ass down. I'm not saying he don't love her. I'm not saying she shouldn't be at the game. I'm just saying you can't, when you win, you could be the president of the White House. Not the one in Washington, the one in Dallas. When you lose, you gotta when you lose, you gotta stay under the radar.
Yeah,
you gotta stay under the radar.
Mike, this is a case study.
Right. I don't speak on no man, woman, but what we are trying to extrapolate is, are you doing this for him, with him, or for you? Because you got to have something like, okay, I know this is not good. I better wait. Now, or, boy, I know everybody's on him right now. Let me get in a picture here. That kind of thing. I guess that's, and Bill's the OG. Everybody's scared, man. Everybody's scared of Bill. I guess we just want to man up.
Well, listen, Mike, and add on to what you said. To me, you're right. In some cases, it isn't I'm not diminishing his relationship with his girlfriend. I'm not sitting here speaking on his relationship with his girl, so I don't want to downplay his relationship with his girl. I'll come across rude, like, yo, Cam, mind your business. He loves her, this, that, and third. What I'm saying is this. It isn't even about relationships. When you win, you can do extra shit because you're a winner. When you're not winning, your string is short. You can't do extra shit. It's people like, let's say, for instance, we talked about, we on basketball season, you sit there and say how Kobe used to say Shaq don't come in shape every year and he's lazy and he has to work to get in shape. He's the MVP of the league. Of the champions 3 years in a row. I get there when I get there. What niggas gonna tell me? You get extra rope when you're winning. And this is only the first game, so we'll see how North Carolina season goes. But I think because of Belichick's mystique and prudence, that's why he's not really even coaching in the NFL. Because he really, to me, wants to be coaching in the NFL. I think that he doesn't want to retire and go home, so he took the job he could get. And I'm not saying there wasn't other jobs available, but I don't think it was any NFL jobs that wanted to deal with him outside of Atlanta, even giving him an interview.
Wait.
And the one-word answers don't work. And you're right, the one-word answers don't work when you're losing.
Right.
Why you lose again? We got our coach I played. Why you lost this week? We got our coach we got to play.
Right.
Why you lose by 3 weeks? 3 weeks. No, you better open up and have some real dialogue, brother.
Yes.
We got to get you out of here.
Right.
This ain't working.
Yep.
So yeah, it only works when you're winning.
Yeah, I think this is bizarre. Actually, I'm gonna take a different take. I listen to you guys. I think she's out of pocket for real. She can't be walking on the field doing all the things that she's doing. If Shaniqua did this, right? If a girl came from the project, she came to the game. We gotta chill out with this. You're with me because I'm Bill. Don't mess up the Manyan, man. Don't do that. Y'all being too lenient, man. Yeah, pause. Y'all getting soft up here, man. Shorty gotta chill out, man. She can't be doing that.
You murder. You took my take and turned it to Shaniqua, which was funny. Don't act like that wasn't my take, though.
Yeah, this ain't his wife, right? Is this his wife? Is this his fiance?
No.
Then we can talk about it, man. She gotta chill out, man.
First of all, wives don't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
What's your girl? Dion's girl, Carucci, right?
Carucci.
Now, right. So say Dion coaching, and Dion getting killed by 40, and she comes walk on the sideline and kiss Dion. Oh my God.
Yeah, baby, it's gonna be all right. All that.
Dude, they gonna sit in the National Guard to get him off that sideline. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
It'll be like you can't do. Oh my God, everybody would kill him.
Yeah.
Kill him.
And and when a girl does this, right, she probably doing this for her friends. She like, I go down there, next time I'm gonna go to the what they call the
50-yard line.
I'm gonna go to the 50-yard line. Girl, you wanna come? Now they getting old. You know how women think that they gonna go get a pitch at the 50-yard next week. It's like, come on, man, it's job on the line.
She has a friend. She has a friend talking about. Come on, give me a play. I'm gonna tell him to run it. All this,
coach. Did he start doing this, coach, during the game? All that during the game. This is what I'm saying, man. But murder did bring it to a circle of Shaniqua or whatever. But what you just said, Mike, I want to say this because I didn't want to talk about it. Like, and I'm still not talking about it. But, Carucci and Coach Prime, I want to give a shout out to that. Because all the bad young bitches is back in my DMs, man. They like, that's what Coach Prime, Carucci, they little older niggas back in style again. All these bitches back in my DM. Killer, where you been at? What's up? I just turned 32. You know that, right? I said, yeah, I know. But they set the precedent that we back again. I said that to them. I said, yo, you only hitting me because you seen Carucci with Coach Prime, and we in style. So now you hitting me again. I know what's going on, nigga.
That is hilarious. I can't even say, because literally, even when I post y'all, the comments, the DMs that I get to be put on with y'all is crazy. So much every day, but y'all.
Now imagine Cam dating someone and she's over here in the front of stat and leaning on the front getting pictures. That's crazy.
There's definitely a time and a place, and in this situation, even if that wasn't her intention, it's always about how it looks, and that you're getting a lot of heat. Like, that was just not the time to do something like that.
And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not married, so I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I may like a female a lot and care for her a lot, but I'm very clear from the beginning. If you get in the way of the money, you're never coming before it. I tell them that, murder. I'm not even joking. I sit there and say, you're never gonna come before the money. It's just not gonna happen. Period. Yeah.
Point blank. Period.
Yeah. I don't even sugarcoat it.
Because if you run out of money, you will lose all the honey. But if you stay with the honey and lose all the money, you will get no more honey when you leave that honey. But as long as you got some money, other honey gonna find that money. You just sit there and wait. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So focus on your money, and you'll be good. And you got to tell them that. No, we can't do that. We can't come before the money.
I don't even sugarcoat. I told them that soon as I start liking them or that I feel that they overbearing. No, I'm just saying if it's a problem now, let's just stop now because you're not interfering. Like even even when I do certain songs or content, be like, yeah, I heard what you said on that song. Bitch, stop listening. Yo, because I'm not, it's an art form. Stop acting like everything I say I've done. I may rap about what Nick did last week. I can't do everything in the world. You're not, listen, Mike, me and you there, we get it. We understand. I'm not saying murder don't get married, it's married. I'm just saying.
Right. You're right. You want?
Oh, the puppy. Cute. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, good luck to Bill.
Okay.
He's got
Right, he got a dog in the bill. Okay, what's
Hey,
up?
Mike.
Made the debut. What's his name?
Zeus coming on here. Zeus, get on, buddy. All right.
Deuce, you know your old school name is Dog Deuce.
Yeah.
The Zeus, man. That's
Zeus.
Zeus. All right.
Greek god.
Greek god.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got it. That's fine.
All right, get on up.
Mike, that dog's soft, man. I can see it from here, man.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. You're right. I went and got me a white dog. Ain't no black dog. I don't want the black dog. I don't want the black dog bite nobody, and they try to bite my pocket with a lawsuit.
Yeah.
I got no white dog over here that don't bite nobody.
That's
You're
what's
right.
Shout out to Zeus. Well, y'all, that is all the time that we have for today, Mike. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Yeah, you guys are great, man. You make my night.
Yeah,
You
man.
make my day. I really do. You
Likewise,
guys really do.
Mike.
For sure.
Mike gonna be in Vegas for the fight. I told him I'm rolling with Mike to the fight.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
See y'all there.
Seriously. Let's do that, man. You guys have so much fun, man. I have fun with you guys. I appreciate it.
All right, good seeing you, Mike.
Thank y'all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.